You ever been told you're an old soul? Like you're wise beyond your years? I can't believe you're teaching me, young man. Wow. I feel like I'm a young soul. One of the first. This could be my first time on Earth. Like, how could anybody make this many mistakes? Young soul talk ahead.
Just let me be a monkey.
So I don't know what you believe about souls and reincarnation. Doesn't matter. Just play a little fantasy game here and just pretend that we're souls. We come to Earth to learn hell realm here, and we're just working our way through it, and it's hard. And then we do it again over and over, accumulating data, and then we become enlightened, and we're on to better things. And that could be a thing. So just play with that fantasy. I watch a lot of spiritual content on YouTube. That's how I get my spiritual degree. And there's people in the breatharian world, and just magical moments seem to happen to these people. Synchronicities. Just these moments where it's like, you couldn't plan that. I've had many of them in my life. And usually these people, they say like, oh, I got into spirituality when I was really young. Like I was 6 years old and I was already like, yeah, Jesus this and helping you that. Me, however, when I was 6, I was standing outside my house naked, mooning people as they walked by. That's the kind of mindset I had. I don't get these people. It took me, I would say, 39 years to become spiritual, where I started I read the Bible and then the Quran and some Buddhist texts and all kinds of Jehovah's Witness stuff. Oh, that's an interesting one. But a lot of these more enlightened people that I look up to seem to have got the diet on point early. It's like, oh yeah, I was vegetarian immediately. That was obvious. And I've been living off fast food. It took me 26 years until my colon was bleeding anger for me to make a change. And I was like, maybe, I don't know, something's off with this. It's taken me so long, and when I was younger, I'm stealing things for fun. Things I don't even need, like at school, a light bulb. Like, oh, a fluorescent light bulb, look at that. And I took it home, and it was just poisoning my brain with the wrong light waves. I got my comeuppance immediately, but I did drugs, I was bad for so long. I'm a young soul, I think. I just came down here for carnal lusts, and I'm like, oh my God, have you tried processed cheese on a hot dog? It's fantastic. I released my seed every day for years, decades, if not. Every day. It was the first time I remember doing it, the first time in the shower. I was trying it and nothing was happening, and then it happened. And I reached it, and I was like, oh my God, what? And I did it again immediately after. I was like, I can't believe there's a feeling like that. How could that be possible? So you're wondering why I ran into health issues. It's all my energy drained every day, and then eating processed foods, thinking unhealthy thoughts, just negative. It's I don't know, maybe an old soul could be that stupid, and it's fun to struggle early in life. Me and my fiance were talking about that the other day, and she was like, no, you're probably not a young soul. It's the people who struggle early learn these lessons, and it sets them up for a better life in the later years, whereas the people who had it all nice and cozy, then the struggles kick in, and it's actually much harder. You struggle after you're 40, and then it's uh-oh, I don't know how to deal with this. Everything was so nice in my youth. Do you question yourself sometimes where you're just is this my first time here? Have I ever done this? How could I fall for so many lies and just be that dumb and mean and stupid? On the other hand, I feel like I've reached a place where I'm happier than a lot of people. I mean well when I go outside. I'm wishing people good thoughts and a happy day. And I made this video the other day. I was just walking to buy some fruit, and I was filming people in slow motion, and I'm gonna make another music video. If you haven't seen my last one about the Great Awakening, please do watch it. It's fun times. I love doing that. Just making a song and then putting it to slow motion people and the emotion Toronto can be a very cold city, but when you slow it down, I was just like looking over some of this footage and I'm like, I love you all. You're so great. It's like I feel like I have come out of the weeds and became a good human being after all. Maybe I'm the oldest soul of us all. He appears dumb for like 47 years or so, and then all of a sudden he's like, wow. And I'm just pure love. That's an ego mindset. I think I'm better than everyone on earth already. I see it. Let's be real about the levels that I'm ever going to achieve. I vacuumed my hair. Like, it's pretty obvious I'm not like one of these higher level beings. I don't know. It was good the first pass through, then I made it shorter and it's just never recovered. And it's a lot. I shouldn't be highlighting it with a blue light so you can see every different length that the Flowbee will give you, but we're getting somewhere. All I know is life is hard as hell, but it is fun to overcome the challenges once you do actually overcome something. So it's like, that is fun. Like, for the longest time, I've been struggling with my health. We all know that. I feel like that 8.5 day dry fast fixed something to where I'm not reacting to the fruit anymore. I have energy all day long. Lately, for the past like 2 weeks straight, energy all day long, not one slump. My blood sugar's probably like 400 right now. I just ate half a watermelon and half a cantaloupe. I feel like my body has been upgraded with that fast. Some parasite died or something happened to where like I can eat things. I can eat canned fish without getting itchy now. Like, I'm not reacting to the histamines. I've been upgraded and I'm very grateful for it, and thank you. And this just feels so right. We'll talk about that in another video, but Young Soul is striving for excellence, and I don't know if it's ego, but like, I do want magical powers of a breatharian. I want to be able to communicate with animals. Would love that. I think we all have those abilities. You just have to practice it. I expect immediate results. Like, I'll just stop eating, somehow not losing weight, and I'm breatharian now, and then I just go out and squirrels are looking at me and coming up to me and they're talking in English to my mind, and I'm like, yeah, that's nice to talk to you. This is good. And it's just going to happen for you. But real powers come from hard work and dedication, like the Monkey Strength program teaches you. It's available. You get stronger over time if you put in the effort. Not many things come to you just so easily. Sometimes they do if you put in the work prior, and then it's a snowball effect, and then things just seem to happen easier. But put in some effort, you donkey. You're not going to talk to a dolphin without practicing talking to dolphins first for a while. We all know that. Come on. We're agreeing on that. So I'm just rambling at this point, but sometimes I feel like the dumbest man alive, and then other times I feel like, no, what are you talking about? Like, you're a good person. You're doing better than... There's the ego kicked in. You saw it. I'm just going to stop. But for the longest time, I feel superior to others and then also inferior. And I'm trying to balance that out to where you could be as good as me at some things. Good for you. And teach me something. You're better in a lot of ways. See the good in people, but don't feel inferior. I have no advice. What am I doing? I'll just leave. Hey, you thumbing up the video? It was a good video. Thumbs down if this is your second life on Earth. And in the first one, you managed to step on a kitten on purpose. I forgive you. But like, come on, that's a kitten. Why would you do that? You learned from it though. The next life, maybe you bought a kitten and raised it and fed it raw meat. Good for you. You turned it around. That's what we're doing here. On Hell. Hell Earth. You coming? All right, I'm going to leave. Thank you for the Bitcoin donation. So, I'm saying it.